Hey, how's it going? And today I just wanted to do an update to this trying to toggle visibility tutorial I did just the other day. And I wanted to thank Indie Dev Wannabe. Every once in a while I do get some comments like this, and I really do appreciate these comments where somebody sees something that could be better or improved, and it's very specific so that I can actually get what they're saying and take corrective action. And so that's why I'm doing this video, is to update the video I already did. And really, I wasn't sure what to title this video. I'm calling it an update, but really what it is about, if I had to break it down, is I would say the importance of initializing variables at the class level. And I haven't seen very many tutorials about the importance of doing that, and especially how it relates to the user interface. So anyway, let's take a look at what's going on. So this is the same tutorial pretty much. I've got a verse device, I've got a trigger device, a spawner, and a button. And basically I'll go across the counter, and every time I go across it's going to tell me how many mistakes I've made in the tutorial. It's just a joke. And so we'll have this progress bar score counter going on. But what I want to do is turn off what I was trying to do was turn off the visibility of the whole thing. So everything that we need to do, if I click on the inverse device here, you'll see we have everything paired up, a trigger, a button, and the spawner. And the rest of this is just in the code. And this is where the breakdown was. So the most important thing to realize of this, what I realized from all this, the importance of initializing UI objects at the class level, because then they can be accessed anywhere in the code. That was one of the major problems that I was having. So what I did was, in my user interface here, I have two widgets, a text bar and a slider that's doubling as a progress bar. And I've initialized them up here at the variable level. What I didn't know, I didn't realize this, and I'm trying to think of any tutorial I saw where this was shown. I don't remember reading this. Maybe I didn't get the memo. You can actually initialize the entire overlay itself. I didn't realize that. So this is very important because now you can just shut off the visibility to the whole thing. So anyway, you create a variable, call it new UI, of the overlay type, and then we just kind of instantiate it here. And then down here, what we do is we tie all these kind of events to different methods. So when you press the buttons, we subscribe to toggle UI down here, and that's where we're going to turn our visibility off and on for the whole UI. When the player spawns in, this initializes and creates our initial UI here. And so this goes and gets the player's UI here. But here's the most important thing, is that we go ahead, because we've set this to a variable, we've set the overlay as a variable, then we can set it. And so we make a call to create our UI, and then it returns the overlay, and then we assign that to new UI. And then we go ahead, we get our player UI, add the widget, and we add our new UI right here. Now once that's done, and this is initialized or instantiated at the class level right here, then all we have to do is we have this little toggle function here. I can set the visibility to hidden. And then when I press the button again, I can toggle it to visible. And then I can just keep toggling it off and on, off and on, off and on. This whole overlay, this whole thing. I don't need to just toggle the individual components, though I could do that. The main thing is we can initialize this entire UI at the class level, and then we're able to turn the visibility off and on for the entire user interface. So we don't have to remove it from our UI. You see that going on a lot where it's removed, but there's no need to remove it. We can just hide it, and then the player can bring it back at any point that they need it. This is really great to know, and of course has a lot of application. So what does this look like in the code? Well, if we come here and we start the game, start game, you'll see I've got the score bar up there, and every time I cross it, I get 5 points for all the mistakes I'm making. I've made 25 mistakes. That's enough. I don't want to see it anymore. I've seen enough. I press E, and then off I go. But then that doesn't mean I stop making mistakes, so I keep making mistakes. And then I'm curious, what's my mistake count now? And I'll go to E, and I've made 40. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Take care, have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.